Okay, so what did you do for support when your daughter got a diagnosis?
It wasn't until I was a mum and dealing with the things that were happening, I became quite anxious. So that made things really hard. Nowadays there's things like Facebook, social media sites, which I find really helpful. They went around when Charlotte was going through it. So since my son got his diagnosis, they've been really helpful. And there are other groups that I've been referred to or have been asked about, Parent to Parent in Autism New Zealand. I particularly did not find these very helpful, but that's not one size fits all.
No.
Definitely recommend people trying them because it's not right for everybody, but it is really, really good for some others. It was really hard, and I stopped going to sort of parents groups because they're talking about daughter learning to go to ballet, and we should be able to keep time, and the son's starting a soccer team and he's worried about performance and things.
And that wasn't Charlotte, was it?
No, I was trying to keep pants on her at that stage.
Yeah.
So, it wasn't for me, and I stopped going. So that was a bit hard. I know some families will find groups like that really good and helpful, and that's great. So it's worth checking out because it might be right for them.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
So when your son got his diagnosis and social media was more prevalent, were there any specific groups or Facebook things that you joined?
There are two Facebook groups that I belong to that I find really helpful. There's Autism in New Zealand, Parents and Carers, and that's really good. It's relevant to New Zealand, which helps.
Yeah.
It also just helps people who are struggling and see people struggling with the same things. It's a safe space. I don't see anything negative or derogatory on there.
That's good.
So it's really good. Everyone's on the same page and dealing with the same stuff.
Yeah.
If they don't know, someone else might.
Yeah.
And there's also another one called iFunds, IFUNZ, which is individualised funding users in New Zealand, and people talk about getting funded for things, sensory toys or.
So like how to use their carer support from LifeLinks
or their individualised funding if they have
awesome.
that. And that helps people with ideas, because you've got to spend this money or they take it from you.
Yes, yes.
But also ideas of what they can use it for. Also realising, I need one of those too, and it'd be really good.
Yeah. Are there any others that you would look at?
There are groups and ones that I have joined in the past, but I find a lot of them quite American, and there are a lot of ideas that Americans have around autism that aren't really...
a bit different to us.
Yeah. Yes.
No, that's cool.
That don't correlate to me at all. So,
Cool. All right, cool, thanks.
Yeah.